Hello, everyone. No, it's not morning anymore. Yeah, which, if I'm down here with 2 pairs of glasses, means I've been doing all kinds of stuff already. Right, guys? What are you smelling, guys? Are you smelling something? What's going on out there? Huh? Of course, it can't just be Gus coming. Then Jake says, "What about me? Oh, you got a thorn in your head again." Ah, the briars. Yes, yes. We don't just check our dogs for ticks. Briars, all. Yeah. The occasional lodged stick at the roof of their mouth. Yeah, I know. Just getting it out. Must got to hurt. I'm going to go a little off track here. Okay, off track. I came across one this morning. I have to say, oh, come on, people out there. And you can't fault anyone for saying, the hell's going on out there, right, with people? Seriously? I don't know. I live on a mountain. If I ask my animals any of that, hey, what do you think about certain things like gender bathrooms or whatever, they look at me like, what? Other stuff. Huh? What do you mean? Okay, I can't teach these guys about them and they and hullabaloo. To them it's like, what? What? Yeah, okay, I'm just saying. But I came across one that I had to say, a couple of them actually, and I'm going to have to say, and people ask, and you really have to kind of, what? So there's some kind of a singer out there. I don't know him. I have no idea who that guy is. Interestingly enough, in the picture, it looked like a woman, but it's got a guy's name. He's referred to as he. I'm going, okay, whatever. Don't even care. Don't know what the music's about. But that guy wanted to be all exclusive, so he put in the bathrooms where he had his concert, he put litter boxes for people who identify as, I guess, only cats, because that was a cat litter box. Okay, it was a cat litter box, about this big. Well, how the hell is a human cat going to fit in there? Right? Yeah? And so I said, man, I got to lodge a complaint to this guy. I said, you got to put one in there that's big enough for actual human cats to get in there. There's no way. Come on now. Seriously? Well, I looked around and gone, wait a minute. Where are the doggy pads? Dogs don't really use a litter box. That's a cat thing, right? That may have changed too. I don't know. Our dogs are well trained. We don't have human dogs here. And they go and do their business outside. Unless they're locked in the house for some reason, which they are not. Okay. I thought, where are the doggy pads? Well, hello? Well, that's just discriminating. I'm sorry. I can't go for that. That's, no. No. And surely enough that for the people that will identify as a chicken, for example, hey, I'm good. I'm all inclusive. If there is a human chicken, he better make sure that he also has them roosting sticks, right, in his concert. Hey, look, don't just, don't tell me you're going to do stuff for all them human critters out there and then just have it what? Delegated to the bathroom? And where were the doggy bags? There may be some human dogs that are there, that are trained properly to go outside and do their business. Then there needs to be some doggy bags, litter bags to pick up their poop. There's one more thing. You want to be all inclusive, then I have to tell you that dude was not very well informed. If he has any pregnant women coming to his shows, They can't be around cat feces. Well, I don't care if it's human and cat or animal cat or human cat. I'm assuming that if people want to be acknowledged as a cat, then they're also carrying the parasites that go with all that crap, okay? Literal crap. And pregnant women or men, pregnant men, can't be around that. So there needs to be an extra restroom for them. A specially designed restroom for humans, women and men being pregnant. They can't be around cat feces. Are you getting my drift? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Tell you what. So, I mean, if we want to take this serious, then the people who think that way, they got to go all the way. By the way, there's another thing. What if there are human rats, human mice, human rabbits, people who identify as that, and human birds, human squirrels there as well. Cats hunt those legally. Where's the security, the extra security and safety for those animal people? I'm just wondering. Do you think I'm not serious? No, I'm very serious about that. If you want to put some kind of whatever into some kind of a weird, bizarre, okay, what's it called? It's coming. Notion into on how we're supposed to interact with each other as humans and human animals and actual animals and all that jazz, then you got to go all the way. You got to go 100%. And otherwise, I can't take you seriously because you pick and choose on who you want to please. Or rather, let me think. Take off people who actually know what it means to be a human and what it means on the difference, what it is to what there is with animals. Gotcha. I needed to mention that just because. I had quite a bit of fun with that. Oh, the other one was Eurovision. It's a music competition in Europe. And, there was a woman, and she was clothed from head to toe, which kind of was nice. And then there were a couple of guys, and you couldn't quite tell. I have never seen back braces like that in my entire life. And if those guys who were dressed in, they were dressed a bit odd. If they need back braces on stage to dance, they probably shouldn't be up there. Just saying. All right. Do you see what I just did? You flip it. Flip it into, okay, you want to do this, you do it right. If you want me to take you seriously, per se, and I'd like to see people using that litter box. I'd like to see a human cat litter box where actually somebody goes in there and does their business in a litter box, and then the next one comes along, a human cat, and does their business in there too. And the next one comes along and does their business in there too. I'd like to see that. Seriously, I'd like to see that. Because cats do that. They don't mind if another cat has already gone in there and scratched around and, kind of, how do you say, kicking someone else's crap around. This and that. I'd like to see a human cat do that. I really do. I'd like to see that. Yeah, I'm not going to see that. I already know why. Okay, I wonder what they eat too. I tell you, table scraps and human food, not good for cats. Not at all. Also, they can't be treated with regular antibiotics when they get sick or this or that. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Cats are really difficult to take care of when they get sick. Just saying. And I mean, I wonder, are they the dogs? People who seriously identify being a dog, I'm assuming they get a yearly rabies shot, distemper, they have to have heartworm medicine, they have to have all kind of other worm medicine, for their, yeah, okay, just saying. Also, our dogs, when they come across a cadaver or whatever, I'd like to see a human dog eat a cadaver out there. I'm just saying. All right. Yeah, see? Just saying. Had to say that. Not going. Look, people, you want to be weird out there? Go right ahead. I have to tell you one thing. I told this dude I will probably not ever come to a concert of yours because the smell most likely coming out of the bathrooms, public bathrooms for people, because of the human feces, human cat feces litter box, and most likely the doggy pads of human dog feces laying in there because they don't flush, remember? I'm probably not going to. That the smell probably from the bathrooms will permeate all through the concert. People like that, you go right ahead and you go and see this dude, okay? It's not that hard to go and figure out who that guy is after what I just told you. Okay. We are in the book of Nehemiah 2. At the time I was cupbearer to the king. That was the end of 1. In a month of Nisan, in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, since I was in charge of the wine, I took the wine and offered it to the king. Oh, that king. I took the wine and offered it. Okay. Now he had never seen me looking depressed before. So the king said to me, "Why are you looking depressed? You are not sick. This must be a sadness of the heart." Wow. Wait a minute. That just tells us something about King Artaxerxes, right? He's a very caring king. Huh? Noticed? Nehemiah wasn't. You're not really sick, so it must be a sickness of the heart. Oh. Thoroughly alarmed by this, I said to the king, "May the king live forever. How can I not look depressed when the city where the tombs of my ancestors are lies in ruins and its gates have been burnt down?" The king then said to me, "What would you like me to do?" Praying to the God of heaven, I said to the king, "If the king approves and your servant enjoys your favor, send me to Judah, to the city of the tombs of my ancestors, so that I can rebuild it." The king with the queen sitting beside him said, "How long will your journey take? And when will you come back?" Once I had given him a definite time, the king approved my mission. Oh, what was the time? I'd like to hear the definite time of that. Also, that's really interesting. The king with the queen sitting beside him said, that's interesting. Why did they put in with the queen? I bet you he conferred with his wife. What do you think? And the queen says, "Why don't you just let him go? He's been such..." And sounds like Nehemiah has the favor of the king, that king, on a Assyrian king? That's what it sounds like. Or was that also a Persian king? I can't quite remember. They're being a little bit, right? Also, they've been making Artaxerxes kind of into Xerxes, not into favorable kings before. Now, suddenly in Nehemiah, we find out what? Yeah, okay, gotcha. I then said to the king, if the king approves, may I be given orders for the governors of Trans-Euphrates to let me pass through on my way to Judah. Also an order for Asaph, keeper of the king's forest, to supply me with timber for the beams of the gates of the citadel of the temple, for the city walls, and for the house which I am to occupy. Oh! He was in such good graces of this king that even though he's kind of, the king noticed, so he got permission to go, right? And was not afraid to ask for what? More! And was granted that as well. Interesting. I wonder why Nehemiah was so adored, literally, by this king, right? Yes? Well, we're not being told. I wonder why. So we can't give credit where it belongs. All right. Ew. These the king granted me because the kindly hand of my God was over me. Really. Nothing to do with the king, Artaxerxes, because, okay, you know what, man. When I reached the governors of Trans-Euphrates, I gave them the king's orders. The king had sent an escort of army officers and cavalry along with me. When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah, the official of Ammon, heard about this, they were exceedingly displeased that someone had come to promote the welfare of the Israelites. Really? I bet they lied about that. All right, I'm not going to bet. I'm going to take a bet. But they lied about that. I'm just having, as I said, why? Because of what I just heard about King Artaxerxes. The decision to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. And so I reached Jerusalem. After I had been there 3 days, I got up during the night with a few other men. Why at night? I had not told anyone what my God had inspired me to do for Jerusalem, taking no animal with me other than my own mount. That's a horse, by the way. Under cover of dark, I went out through the valley gate towards the Dragon's Fountain as far as the Dung Gate, and examined the wall of Jerusalem where it was broken down and its gates burnt out. I then crossed to the fountain gate in the king's pool, but it was impassable to my mount. So I went up the valley in the dark, examining the wall. I then went in again through the valley gate, coming back without the officials knowing where I had gone or what I had been doing. Now, why is he doing that? He asked that Persian king or Assyrian king, I can't remember, already for, hey, let them know that this is what I'm going to do and want to do, and that and give me timber to rebuild what I need to do there. And yet he goes out in the middle of the night and does what? Examine this so that nobody else knows about it. Yeah, sneaky behind everyone's back, instead of, I have the king's permission to be here and to do this, and you better help. No, he does what? Just saying. All right. So far I had said nothing to the Jews. Oh, them neither. Why not? Neither to the priests, the nobles, the officials, nor any other persons involved in the undertaking. I then said to them, you see what a sorry state we are in. Jerusalem is in ruins and its gates have been burnt down. Come on, we must rebuild the walls of Jerusalem and put an end to our humiliating position. What a weird take on this. And I told them how the kindly hand of my God had been over me. Okay. And the words which the king had said to me. At this they said, let us start rebuilding at once. And they set their hands to the good work. This I found very important. Come on, we must rebuild the walls of Jerusalem, put an end to our humiliating position. Oh, what you going to do? Cover it up? Cover up your humiliating position? With what? Oh, a human cat litter box the size of an actual animal cat? Just saying. Interesting on how this is in here. Interesting on how Nehemiah is approaching the whole thing in order to, we're going to have to start to figure out how we are going to cover up on what happened before we went to Babylon and after we're all going to be released, because guess what? We've got some pretty amazing kings going someplace else right now who are letting us go. Why not take this time to repent and say, man, oh man, we got a lot to atone for. Let's all work together to rebuild and keep that as a remembrance of what not to do, so this will never happen again. No? Just saying. When Sanballat the Horonite, Tobiah the official of Ammon, and Geshem the Arab heard about this, they laughed at us and jeered. They said, what is this you are doing? Are you going to revolt against the king? Oh, so here it is. They would not be able to do this. First of all, laugh. Then question, are you going to revolt against the king? If Nehemiah, right from the start, would have said, right here, show them the seal, this is the letter. We're going to rebuild Jerusalem, the walls, all, and everything. Under the tutelage, under the watchful eye of the king. And guess what? But they weren't told. So now they're making what? Assumptions now. Yes? Well, that's a good beginning to a good relationship, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So if you want me to take you serious with all this human-animal weirdness, then make it real. I'd like to see how it's going to work. Just saying. Don't pretend. If you're pretending to as a human, even a child of 5, trying to get into a small cat litter box like that, you're pretending. Oh, and children do love to do that. Mine did too. They all at one point or another pretended to be a dog. Yeah. Oh, did that make them into dogs? No, they were just playing. And that went on for a little while. No, not years or anything. No, because they pretty quickly realized that walking on their feet was a heck of a lot better than rolling around or crawling around on their knees at the age of 5 or 6. Right? Yes? Yeah? Yeah. I'm not going to go any further into that. Just saying. Yeah. There you go. But I gave them this answer. The God of heaven will grant us access, and we, his servants, mean to start building. As for you, you have neither share, nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem. And what did they do? Instead of, we have the okay, I got the okay from the king. And he believes that, under the guidance of our God, we're going to do well. Would you guys like to be a part of it? Nope. What's going on? Yes, divide and conquer. Who started it again? It was not other people. Nehemiah? Yeah. Okay. All right. It might get better. We don't know. Yeah, as I said. And so the thing is, again, there's one thing that I'm really surprised by, and that is on how war, the tearing down of the temple, the rebuilding of the temple, now it's the tearing down of Jerusalem, the rebuilding of Jerusalem is so important, yes, rather than Well, we already had Ezra. Yeah, and then where did Ezra go with that? It is really baffling to me on how confused the Israelites are when it comes to being God's people. With all the guidance they actually have, with the covenants and stuff. Of course, how many times did they make a covenant? God made one covenant with them. How many covenants did they make with God? I'm just asking. Yes. Anyway, there it is. That's all I have to say today. It is warm. I'm having a hot flash. I need to finish this up. Get some ice on me, a fan or something. Yes. Go with it. I know, Father. You designed us so perfectly. Yes. But someday, all right, I won't. I already did. I could tell you, but another time, right? Okay. May Heavenly Parent bless you and protect you and embrace you with love, and I will talk to you all another time. Oh, Florian, wenn du am Hören bist, ich habe kein Skype mehr, aber ich habe Messenger, Facebook, und wir könnten uns durch das wieder einmal hören lassen. Huh? Ja? Okay. Also, hab einen schönen Tag, gell? Ja, und ich würde mich sehr freuen, wieder einmal mit dir zu schnurren. Okay? Alrighty. Goodbye, everyone.